your favorite fighters are on this must-have DVD box set. Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, Matt Hughes, George St. Pierre, The Ultimate Fighter Season 4 champion Travis Lutter, and more. This UFC box set makes a perfect gift for the holidays.
SureDog.com with Eddie Alvarez. Victorious fight tonight, Aaron Riley. I know you were hoping to get on pay-per-view. Not a lot of people got to see your fight, unfortunately. But victory nonetheless. You look very impressive. You know, Aaron's got a lot of experience. You're coming to this fight. A lot of people thought you were going to win, but, you know, anytime you fight a guy with that many fights, who's got the sort of experience he has, you can never be too sure. What were you expecting from yourself tonight?
I actually expected a longer fight, especially Aaron being a veteran. I've seen some of his fights, and I seen him get hit by some of the hardest guys in the industry. So I gave Aaron a lot of respect, his heart, before coming into the fight. I still do. I'm just saying that coming into the fight, I gave Aaron a lot of respect, his heart, and I just expected to be the fight a little longer, a little more drawn out because of that. Fortunately, I was able to land a good shot and put him out.
Yeah, that hasn't been the case with most of your fights. Most of your fights do end early. At a certain point, don't you need a little ring experience? I mean, don't you want to get tested a little bit and see what that's like?
Yeah, of course I do, but I feel like I get enough ring experience when I'm at the gym. I take all my ass whoopings at the gym, and I feel like I get them all out of my system and get it all over with during training. When the fight time comes, I feel like it's time to put your opponent away as soon as possible. I'm not on the clock here, so when I do concrete, I'm on the clock, and I'll make the day go by. But I'm not on the clock here, and I want to end the fight as soon as possible.
You've had so much success fighting in Atlantic City, about an hour away from where you're from, Philadelphia. There, you bring your people in, and not having that sort of push behind you tonight, fighting a veteran like Aaron. Were you a little concerned that them not being with you?
Not concerned. I'm not concerned at all. They're always with me, and I know that in my head. There's 500, 600 people in Philly that unfortunately didn't get to see the fight, but did come out and support me in every way like they usually do. And although they're not with me here in Canada, I know they would be if Cheese Buses did come to Canada. They would all be here. But unfortunately or not, they didn't get to see the fight. I personally apologize to them, and the situation will be rectified. I promise all you guys that it will be.
Were you expecting to be on pay-per-view tonight?
I was 100% expecting to be on pay-per-view. There was no doubt in my mind, and I was told that I was going to be on pay-per-view. And unfortunately, it didn't happen, and I'm going to have a talk with certain people and get that situation rectified for the fans in Philly. And it will be, I promise, guys.
You talked about Aaron. Let's go into the fight. He's hard to hurt, and you really countered beautifully with that uppercut and dropped him. Is that something that you had seen him while preparing for him that you thought you could unload on him, or was that just you reacting in the ring?
No, it's something I did 1,000 times before this fight coming up. I woke up, I did it. I went to sleep doing it. That uppercut is something that I love to do. I love the uppercut punch. It's so valuable in MMA, I believe, just because someone like Aaron, I kept seeing in his films that after you were to throw punches, Aaron would duck his head down a little bit, a tiny bit, and I kind of caught that, and like any fighter in the industry, you work off other fighters' tendencies, and I was able to see that when I was watching his films, and I was able to capitalize during the fight.
Yeah. There's talk, you'd be better served down at 155, but what I saw tonight is a guy at 168 was very quick, explosive. You heard Aaron Riley's not easy to do. You think 170 is where you're staying for a while?
I believe it is. I questioned myself before this fight, and I questioned myself time and time again whether I should go to 55 or not. I'm a very light 170 pounder. Sometimes I could be 164, before I step on the scale. I have to drink and eat to make 68 or so. So I'm not questioning myself anymore. I have to get over this hump and question my own abilities, and I have to start believing more in myself. And when I'm able to do that, then you'll see even more of what I'm able to unleash.
Any indication from the promoters that you work for when you're going to be fighting next?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Any indication from the promoters when you'll be fighting next time?
there's talk of two different things. I signed a 2-fight contract with the Japanese, so I think I have to finish that fight out over in Japan. There's 2 guys fighting. I have to fight the winner of that fight in February, I believe. If not, if that fight doesn't happen, I'll be in Antigua, I think, for the next Bulldog promotion.
Very good victory tonight. You know, people can see the photos if they didn't have a chance to see the fight. It'll be on Sherdog tonight, and you know, keep up the good work.
Hey, thank you so much, Sherdog. You guys always do an awesome job, and sorry, Philly, couldn't see it tonight, but I promise you the situation will get rectified. Love you guys.